Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. It's Rebecca, and today we're going to talk new drugstore. I'm like, I also see something in the background and I don't like it, but I'm not going to get up and move it because I worked forever to get this whole setup, which may be mediocre, but still, it's as good as it's going to get. I'm like, I'm not going to get up. Hello, welcome to my channel. I love doing drugstore videos. I love going to the drugstore. I love buying drugstore makeup and wearing it and sharing it, and yeah, so there is a ton of stuff, and I feel like I just kind of always need to keep doing these videos because they just keep putting out the new drugstore. I'm going to start with what I'm wearing on my complexion products because I did pick up the new Maybelline Green Edition. This is a very, very liquidy skin tint slash foundation slash what do you want to call it? It's called a Super Drop Tinted Oil. And I have shade 040, which you can see is a little dark, but it actually, because it's so sheer, it really did do okay for my skin, and it lends itself so that you can just spread it down your neck. You can really spread this or mix it with other products. This is a funny little purchase, to be honest with you, because I didn't even know there was something out there like this until a couple weeks ago when one of you, again, was like, hey, can you review the Maybelline Green Foundation? And I'm like, what? And it was so strange. I saw that comment on my phone. I was in the parking lot at Target. I was running errands. I go inside, do my usual reconnaissance, checking Target's makeup section. And there, on the Maybelline, not an end cap, not like new, but in the main Maybelline display were some of these bottles, and they had a very strange shade selection. So they had 010, 040, and then really dark ones, and that was it. It was almost like, and it wasn't even in a labeled section. It was strange. It was as if somebody had put those out by mistake, and then, yeah, but it rang up as $8.99. So I was like, what? Anyway, so this is clearly a clean formula that they are going for. So it says adjustable conditioning coverage, skin-like look and feel, formula with jojoba, marula, and shake well before use. Some natural separation may occur. And yeah, what does Green Edition mean? That means that it is 84% natural origin ingredients, 84%, no, sorry, vegan formula, clean formula, glass bottle made with 20% recycled material. You know me when I have been like kind of complaining and sort of just like going, oh, God, really? Thanks for greenwashing. Thanks for, just kind of lip service and this whole clean stuff, But if a company is actually, especially a large company, is making the commitment to reduce first-time use packaging and use repurposed, packaging that's been sourced from recycled materials, then that is good. That is big. We want that. We want more of that. That is what's going to help us and this planet. It is not. I'm going to just hop on a soapbox here for a second. I don't know how many of you out there know this, but if you're recycling, you're my people. I recycle too. I mean, I think just about everybody recycles. I remember that was kind of a regional thing. The problem is it's not about individual residents, households recycling as much as it is about corporations really reducing their carbon footprint. Because without that, we are just dropping, little pennies in a bucket, like, or we're just, it's raindrops in a barrel. I don't know what the word is. We can't do this without corporations if we're going to make significant environmental impact. So there you go. Thank you, Greta. Thank you so much for joining me on my channel. Oh, no problem. Yeah. Okay. So ColourPop released a new pressed powder, and I purchased 2 shades to just kind of play. I really thought this was a powder foundation. When I went on the website and I saw it originally, I thought it was a powder foundation. And then now I look at the thing and it just says pressed face powder. So the packaging just says pressed face powder. It says it's a creamy pressed powder for an effortless skin-like finish. So it's multitasking. You can use it as a finishing or on its own, or you can build it up, or you can just touch up. So I was like, So this has good things going for it, but it isn't what I expected, and it wasn't sort of what I hoped for, and therefore it left me kind of a little short. This is light 7, and I am wearing fair 4. And so I'm wearing this one right here. Let me show you them side by side, and you can, fair 4, light 7. So definitely, like, I've got my winter and my summer shades, and the formula, when you hold, you know, when you just sort of do the finger, I have my little palm test, and I look to see how it goes in my palm. Like, is it dry? Does it emphasize the cracks in my hand? And it does not, but it also is very sheer. So this isn't kind of your JCat Beauty or your Wander Beauty powder foundation that's just like creamy powdery, and like it's gonna really, this is more of a lightweight and maybe kind of like the Fenty, maybe kind of like the L'Oreal, like buildable. Works really well with, I used a kabuki brush, works really well with a powder brush to just kind of keep going, little swirls, little layers to just kind of create that flawless finish. When I used the sponge, the puff applicator, it was kind of dry, kind of too much. Not really for me for powder foundation, but really pretty for building powder over a skin tint if I want more of a matte finish. And also maybe in summer it'll be fun to really kind of, I like mixing powder products with thinner skin tints. So I also picked up Wet n Wild has clarifying finishing powders, and this is not something I normally would pick up. It's not really for me, being a more dry skin, less oily, not really worrying about having to combat, you know, acne or something. So I was a little weary of it. I think there's also some ingredients in here. Some of the ingredients in here, and they're not predominant, but there is a bit of witch hazel and tea tree. Is it tea tree oil or tea tree extract? Because that makes a difference. Tea tree leaf extract. So we always think that tea tree is like, oh wow, this miracle acne thing. It's actually very sensitizing. It can be very, yeah, so it's not for everybody. And witch hazel, witch hazel can be made from, you know, like an alcohol base. So you just never know with witch hazel. That's another thing that's kind of, we've been told like, oh, it's so great for oily skin. Well, but there is some oat kernel extract in here, and that is great. Well, yeah, it does kind of get in my lines though. It kind of gets in the cracks of my hand, and I think that's why I can feel a little bit dry and I feel like I look a little crepey. But it's also something I think that it has a little bit more, because it's a finishing powder and it has a little bit of pigment. It really lent itself to a little bit of coverage. Like I felt like it blurred. I felt like it just sort of, you know, disappeared some of the redness and stuff like that. So, but I don't know if it's gonna feel good on my face as the hours go on. Next we have these eyeshadows from Milani. It's the Gilded Flora and it's from their Flora collection. I am such a fan of the matte lipsticks. They are gorgeous. And so when I saw this at Walmart, I picked it up. It's a beautiful palette. Clearly, oh, well, you kind of can't see my shirt, but I'm wearing like a lavender shirt. The vibe in here is just such garden party loveliness. And I will say that it's a beautiful palette. I love the neutrals with, like, you've got plenty of browns, plenty of like eggshell colors to go with these very duochrome metallic shades. But I will say that it doesn't have, it kind of gives me some Pat McGrath Bridgerton vibes. Like I see it very sort of social media, like editorial. Oh, look, we're gonna kind of make that, you know, with this color, this periwinkle, which I think isn't this the Pantone color of 2022. Like, it's just, you know, it just, did I say panettone? Like Italian cake bread? Pantone. I love these hot pinks, and yeah, they're really pretty, and it's fun with the golds. But, you know, it's just, it's not, sometimes Milani with these palettes can really knock it out of the park, and sometimes they just kind of do like a I don't know, a double with a, you know, with a someone on third. Look at me doing my baseball analogy. Okay, I've got two mascaras to share with you. The first one is Revlon, and this is called Eyes Wide Open. It's from the So Fierce collection. I actually picked up the waterproof formula kind of by accident, but as soon as I saw I had it, I thought, well, that's okay, because waterproof, I'm kind of warming up to the idea of waterproof because it's supposed to hold a curl. Oh boy, this does not. This really just kind of emphasizes my straight lashes. It's a very fine formula. It doesn't have a lot of thickness. It doesn't add any type of girth to my lashes. It's just kind of okay. You know, it's the comb on it and the formula is if you like something thinner and where you can comb through your lash, you'll like this. But it's just not my like, woohoo, look at this, right? Physicians Formula Diamond Mascara. I'm wondering, I don't know, it's a mineral mascara. I don't know what its like claim is. And this is better for me for what I prefer in mascaras. But again, it took a little work. It was a nice, thick and rich formula. Yeah, so it did okay. I did like the brush and the way the bristles gripped my lashes. It was a more dramatic application. But, you know, give me L'Oreal or Maybelline. Yeah, or Essence. So I wasn't keen on it. On the same lines of that Physicians Formula Diamond, they have a metallic liquid shadow. This is really pretty. This shade is so beautiful. Is this the one that's called like bronze or something? I'll list it below. I can't see the way the lettering on the package is. It's such a pretty shade, and you can really build this up, and it feels very comfortable on the lids. You can also sheer it out if you use an eyeshadow brush and you want it to just be kind of a shifty taupe, like a shifty kind of pearly, because it looks purple. Like it looks like it could really be purple. But honestly, when you blend it out, it kind of has a bit of a gray, like it just changes, which is fun, but then it also just doesn't give you like, oh, that's the shade. You know, you get a little bit different. It's called Bronze Brilliance is this shade. I don't know why they call this bronze. I don't see bronze in it. I see pink and kind of a patina, you know, like when bronze Maybe that's why. And then kind of a fun little, I love finding little hard candy surprises. This velvet paint, I don't know if it's new because it's always in the like the marketing and what's on the website for Walmart or what's available at, you know, the way they've done the shelf. And I'm like, is that really new though? And haven't I seen that before? But this I got in a shade Champagne, where you can wear them by themselves, or you can amp up, you know, your other shadows and kind of layer, kind of, you know, do we do cut crease? I don't know. So it wears really well. I did just kind of dab it over the top of the Milani to just kind of give a little more just fun, just to see. e.l.f. lips. Now, I did pick up another one of these 3 triple threat crayon contour, Love Triangle, that's what they're called. Love Triangle lip filler liner, and I got the shade Mauve. All right, is this the one I had before? No, this is, yeah, this is Mauve. Oh my gosh, it's so dark brown. It's very dark. It was very hard. It distributed a lot of color. So like I was getting a lot of product on my lips, but I think it was just kind of a dark product. So I thought, you know, it's not creamy. I don't mind a dark shade if it's creamy enough where I can just kind of sketch it on. And I couldn't do it with this. I had to really, really pencil it on, and I didn't enjoy it. It was just a little bit tricky to work with. The red shade, there was another one, and that was better, but I'm not thrilled with these. I really think there's better. There's better out there, and it bums me out because e.l.f. hasn't made a lip liner yet that I love. But these lip oils, okay, these gloss oils stains, look at me, I'm like, what are they called? These kind of oils, people are duping these for like the YSL and the Chanel, you know, the different kind of tinted oil stains. So I have the coral, which did not look good at all with the liner because I didn't realize how orange the coral was, but that's okay. I can make it work, but it's very orangey. Like what? And then this one that I'm wearing is the Power Mauve. And yeah. And that is actually kind of a nice peachy, it has a lot of pink to it, but it's a beautiful formula. Like this feels really good. It's really surprising how it's like an oil, but it's a pigment. Yeah, it's fun. This is good. I like it. I like it. Like, it's like if you're gonna wear a glossy oil, but it actually has some staying power like a lipstick. So I think that covers everything for now. And I'll just keep shopping for you and keep sharing. So hopefully this gives you a little bit of breakdown so you know what to focus on or what to skip kind of thing. And if you like this kind of video, please subscribe. I would really appreciate that. And thank you so much for watching, and take care. I'll see you next time. Bye.